Hey you guys, what's up? It's Awesomix and I got another little crash gameplay. Or no, not crash, but cracked, and I'm using the FAMAS I believe, and final score is decent in this game, but it's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, well, before I get started, the perks are, of course, Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Hacker, and this is on my first prestige. I think I was level 40, first prestige. And I kind of just wanted to talk about, like, because I have a lot of saved up footage now, because I've been getting a lot of pretty good games, and it's kind of overwhelming to me, because in Modern Warfare 2 I didn't have this luck or success. I guess that's due to the fact that I got into Modern Warfare 2 a little bit late, and I didn't play it as much as I do, well, as hardcore at the beginning as I'm doing to this game. And I just want to talk about the differences a little bit, like why is it so different, why is it easier for me to get a good game in Black Ops and not in Modern Warfare 2. And I think I've gotten more 30 games in Black Ops than I've ever gotten in Modern Warfare 2. And it's just, even the game's supposed to be harder to put up big scores and things like this, because it is Black Ops, it takes more bullets to kill, it's more team oriented, things like this, but I tend to get better games, and I think a lot of that is because of all the new players that are still playing the game. And I guess a skilled player, or a player who plays smarter or a little bit more than a player who plays less, would always have the one up or advantage, just like in Halo 3 maybe, or Halo Reach or whatever. A player who's more gun skilled and plays the game more and knows more map knowledge is always going to win. And it kind of takes out the luck factor. Now, I'm not saying this game's exactly like Halo Reach, or it's not like any of the other Call of Duties, which it truly isn't like any other Call of Duty. It's so much different. But then at the same time, it's in between, I would say. It's in between like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, and a little bit of Halo, because it takes a lot to kill a person. It takes a lot of gun skill, because all the guns have high recoil, and it's very team oriented in team-based games. Team deathmatch to me is not a team-based game, but it does take some teamwork. I mean, that's why I do post the why I hate my teammate vids, because games that I can go 32-5 and we still lose by more than quite a bit, is kind of ridiculous to me. I don't really like losing. I'm a really competitive player, and things of this nature, and it tends to irritate me when I lose, because like I don't like posting losing gameplay. It's not, I really try to avoid it, but if I put up a good score, I feel like I'm wasting that good score by not posting it. So I have to do like the why I hate my teammates and things like this, just so I can kind of treat it fairly. That, I mean, I guess it doesn't treat it appropriately as a team deathmatch. It's more like a commodity, like it's there to, I guess, entertain and things of this nature. And I guess I don't even know what I'm trying to say, because I kind of went on a little tangent about why this game's a little bit easier to come for me, or easier going than most other Call of Duty games, and I didn't really understand why and other things like this. But I guess it's just because a player who plays more is going to have the advantage over a player who plays less to a more extent. Like, I mean, you'd probably have the same advantage in Modern Warfare 2, but not to the extent as in this game, because skill and knowledge and map knowledge and all this comes into a bigger factor than it did in Modern Warfare 2, due to like the less damage, or well, yes, less damage that's in this game, because there's more clipping and head clipping and things like that. Like when the new maps comes out, I'm probably going to be on the same playing field again like everyone else is, because when this game first came out, I'll admit I wasn't the greatest. I think my first game I went 16-6, and then I started off pretty decent, and then I went to crap. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. For about a few hours on the first day, I wasn't very good at all. I was actually doing worse than I first started. I didn't understand why. I'm like, wow, why am I having such a hard transition and things of this nature. And then I kind of just got back in a groove. Once I figured out the maps, and once I started to play more and more and more, I just kind of developed over some of my opponents, I guess, and I guess that's I guess just a natural advantage or something. I don't even know. But another question is, have you guys played any other the other playlists other than the wager matches and the regular playlist? Because I played the Prestige playlist, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's not really that big of a difference, to be honest. I mean, the players are a little bit more experienced, but I mean, they're not really anything to shake your head about. I mean, look at this guy. And I mean, you're not really gonna find any like high-level competition in there. I mean, I've played with friends. I mean, I highly suggest playing with friends because even prestige teammates are kind of stupid, and you really can't count on teammates in this game unless you're playing with them. Look at me trying to dolphin dive out this window. I think I give up. I'm not 100% sure. I finally landed. This is kind of embarrassing. Okay, there we go. I should just edit that out, but I'm not going to. And this is a pretty long commentary. It's about 9 minutes, so I hope you guys enjoyed most of it so far to this point. Oh, knife! A lot of that's man. There's a few other things I want to talk about. I guess I could talk about them in this vid. What do you think they could do for like making the game relevant still, like later on, and what new characters and factors could they bring into the game? Because I was thinking, like, I know you're gonna bring in new maps. That's an obvious. New zombie maps and new maps. I don't know if you guys remember in World at War though, but in World at War, if you didn't have the new maps, it kicked you out because it would still select the maps of being played. So that was actually really bad, to be honest. That was not good at all. So make it where it was in Modern Warfare 2 and in COD 4 that if you didn't have the new maps, you could still play with people who else didn't have the new maps instead of kicking you out. Please make it like that. It'd make the game a lot better. Also, maybe just bring in some like gun patches or something. I mean, not gun patches, but gun packs or something, I guess you would call them. Because I mean, eventually the guns are gonna get stale and old and things like this. They don't have to be good guns. I mean, they could just be mediocre, medium guns. I mean, just like one for each class or things like that. I mean, it would make the game a lot more interesting. I mean, because that's the one thing players always look forward and get excited for is the guns. I mean, you want to like test out and see which gun's the best, and experimenting with guns is one of my more favorite parts of Call of Duty. And I mean, you always get excited when you unlock a new gun. So I mean, that's just something that you could also keep in mind. And maybe, I don't know if you guys play combat training or at all, but maybe add in some new playlist styles in there, because playing team deathmatch and free for all and combat training gets a little bit boring. I mean, maybe putting domination or capture the flag or something would be really fun, because I like to play combat training sometimes to test out new guns and new setups and things like that without having to go in there and into pub matches and like hurt my team by using the new setup or ruin my win-loss because I played free-for-all or something. And a lot of people ask me why I don't play free-for-all. It's because I don't like to play alone, man. I hate it. I don't like playing alone, and whenever there's somebody talking to me in there, he's usually a dick or is always complaining. And if I invite my friends in to play with me in a free-for-all, I kind of feel like I'm cheating. And also, I get a really competitive edge with my friends, and I feel like if they beat me, I just get really mad and I'll rage quit or something like that. Or unless they're being a douche. If they're being a douche, I'll call them out. Like, I had a friend who decided to we were playing a wager match, and he just decided to camp the whole game. So I kind of called him out, kind of just rage quit, and I'm not gonna sit there and play on a match that I can't win because of, I guess, scrubbish tactics, you would say. So that's all the commentary I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So have a nice Wednesday, guys, and peace out.